Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. Jenny Beeman Pippin joining us again, the founder and lead designer of Pippin Home Designs. You got to check them out. Beautiful work this woman does. Mooresville, North Carolina is where she calls home, but she's helping people all over designing their homes with amazing views, especially those, on the beautiful mountain tops and also over the water. I mean, beautiful work she does. So welcome back today. How are you?
Thank you, Jill. I'm doing great today. How are you?
Great. Please tell us a little bit about your business. Thank you.
Thank you. We design new homes and renovate existing homes, and most of our projects are located on waterfront and mountainside properties where there is a beautiful view to take advantage of. We also design on uh, in a forest or on a farm. And, anything that a client wants to take advantage of as far as their views and nature, we bring nature into the concepts that we're creating. And that's a really important aspect of designing a home that suits its site. So we really work with the nature and the existing land, the lay of the land, the path of the sun, the natural features to take advantage of. We incorporate all of those things when we're designing a home for our clients.
Beautiful. Well, we're
Yeah.
excited to have you back. Could you tell us the website and contact information before we continue?
Yes, our website is pippinhomedesigns.com. That's pippinhomedesigns.com. And our phone number is 704-363-8037.
Beautiful. And for today, what did you have in mind? I know there's a lot on the agenda. Fill us in.
Yeah, so there's a concept called the science in design, and this is something that I've been studying over the last several years, but also it's been part of what I do as you know, intuitively
Okay.
when I'm designing a home, and have been doing that ever since I started my career about 38 years ago now. And science and design is basically taking into consideration how people feel in their homes and how nature is a part of that. A
Mm-hmm.
huge part of that, actually. There's a couple of terms that people may have not heard of, neuroaesthetics being one of them. And neuroaesthetics is how beauty, art, design, and architecture actually affect your brain and your body, both biologically and psychologically. So you've been in spaces, I'm sure, where you feel like you just love to be in this space, and then other spaces you've been in that, oh, you can't wait to get out of it. It
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't feel right. You feel uncomfortable. It's energetics, it's color, it's daylighting. You know, in a space that has a lot of natural light, you feel a lot more comfortable than you do in a space that's really dark. It makes it feel sort of cramped and unpleasant to be in. And we found that people are more drawn to being in spaces that have windows on at least two sides of the room,
Okay.
but a space that has windows on three sides of the room, then that's where everybody wants to hang out. So if you can create a room like that in your home, that's going to be where everybody is drawn to, and everybody's, really hanging out most of the time there. And we find that natural daylighting is something that helps people to not only feel good, it improves your well-being overall. So we incorporate a lot of natural daylighting, and through doing that, we're creating lots of windows, of course, and then the windows give you the access to the view. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got this place where you can feel safe and secure and nurtured, and also have the beautiful view to look onto. And so that concept is called prospect and refuge. And everybody wants them. The prospect and refuge is where you feel safe and you feel secure, but yet you can see what's happening outside. You can see what's coming towards you. So that's sort of how we evolved as humans over time as well. We
Yeah.
we look over vistas, and then also have, even in caveman days, we had our cave where we could look out and see the beautiful view, but we knew we were safe and secure within our cave. And sort of that is how, we are still designing today to create that safety and security. And then that
Ah.
gives you a positive sense of well being as well. And then there's also a concept called biophilia. And that's the
What's
love
that?
of
I never heard of that. Yeah, I'm excited to
yeah,
learn
yeah,
something new today.
that's a really big thing now. Biophilia is the love of nature and all living things. And so when you can incorporate not only the view of nature, but bringing nature inside, then that
Hmm.
improves your positive outlook on life and your well-being. And ways that you can do that is, of course, bringing plants inside and also other elements such as wood furniture, wood cabinetry, and then elements such as fractals can be incorporated. And fractals are repeating patterns that are found in nature, and they're also found in our human body, like in our veins and in our eyes. And so having the fractals around you in maybe window treatments or in furnishing patterns or in rugs and pillows, things like that. Those kind of things will stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, and that gives you a response in your body of rest and digest. And it also allows your brain to enter a state of restoration.
Amazing. It's funny. You know what I'm seeing a lot in people's homes, and I don't know how to describe it, but it might be something to do with what we're talking about here today. A lot of like moss. They're having, and my friend just got moss like on her wall. Like
Yeah.
it's like, what is this all about? I'm like, how do you water that? How do you keep it moist? How do you? That's fascinating. They're bringing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful and people love that sort of thing, and that's bringing nature inside. So that's just one aspect of a way that you can create it, like
Mm-hmm.
green living walls. People are doing it a lot with the moss because moss is easy to maintain. You can mist it, to water it, and there's so many different colors and textures of the moss and other plants that you can use, air plants and then other nature scenes. You don't necessarily have to have live plants. You can have large paintings of a nature scene, or water features like water fountains and things like that that can bring in the sounds of nature.
See, I didn't know this, but it's
Yeah.
calming, it's soothing, and what does it do to the body?
Yeah, it really relaxes the body. It allows you to feel a sense of peace and calm. And that's something that we really want to be able to feel when we're in our own homes and in other people's homes too. But this is where you spend the most of your time is in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can create spaces that help you feel as calm and relaxed and rejuvenated and even inspired, this is where you want to be able to express yourself. And having a space that allows you to do that then expands your creativity.
Yeah. Well, thank
It's
you for
it's
sharing this. All
it's
right.
fascinating. Yeah, if you want to go to the website,
Yep.
to our website and pull up our new home gallery, there's a home that has some of the fractal patterns that would give people an idea of what we're talking about. Then it's called Point Place.
Okay.
And we've incorporated the fractal patterns in the front door of that home and in the
Can we
window of the
share?
dining
Do you
room.
want to
Yeah.
share some of it with us
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
show us your screen? That'd be great to see.
Okay. Let's see. Screen share.
Yep. You have permission. It's always open.
Can you see my screen?
Right now, I see, yes. Oh, beautiful. I see it. Yes, I do.
Okay. Awesome. So let me just go here.
Sure.
There you go. So you can see the front door and the dining room window are both incorporating these curves, the fractal patterns.
And what do you call that beautiful ornateness on the inside? What is that? Is that iron? Is that
Yeah,
the
that is an iron door and window. They were custom
wow.
designed and built for this home. And in nature, you don't really see right angles. You see curves
Yeah.
more so than right angles. So we have the curve in the top of the door and the curve in the transom above the door and above the dining room window. There's curves there as well as the fractal patterns of curves within it. And then you can see, let me move to the next picture. You can see a curving staircase, and then you see the subtle arch in the curve of the doorways. So these types of elements brought into the house helps to incorporate that element of nature. We even have the curves in the light fixtures.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh
So
my
anytime you can bring
goodness.
in the natural elements of the curves and and the wood, you see all that wood and the flooring and the handrails on the stairs
Now, do
and the
these people
dining
have
table.
kids in this house? I
And
just see everything getting destroyed. I have kids and
they
how do
do
they
have grandchildren here, yes.
Oh my goodness. God bless.
Yes. Yeah, and then we've incorporated more curves. You can see the circular light fixture in
Mm-hmm.
this room and the circular transom, or not transom, the tray ceiling in this sort of a formal study area.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then again, the natural daylighting with all the windows in this space.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, oh, to die for. And are those hardwood floors down there? Am I looking
Yeah,
at?
they are
Or
hardwood
okay.
floors.
Those look like
And
big, thick planks or panels, right? Is that, or are
yeah,
they
they are
just
a wide plank.
nice?
Yeah, you
Wow, look at
can
that
see them.
custom molding and oh, look at that archway or entryway. I'm not sure how to what I call it. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the entrance from the drop zone area
Okay.
into what they consider the lake room. And obviously it is a lake room with all of the lake views that you can see here.
Unbelievable. And where's this property again?
So this is on Lake Norman in
Got
just
it.
in North Carolina.
Now, okay,
This
from
is,
you did the whole house?
yes, we designed the whole home. Yes. And
Was
we
it
also worked with their interior designer as well for choosing the furnishings and fixtures and finishes.
amazing? Like a project like this, was this a complete renovation? Was it a new build? Was it
This is a new build.
okay? Wow. I mean, from start to finish. What is
Yeah.
the timeline on something like this?
Yeah, this was a huge project. We spent a good, I would say a good year on
Hmm.
designing the home itself.
Okay.
And then they were under construction for a couple of years.
Amazing.
It's almost 10,000 square feet of heated space.
I
And
love
then they have multiple garages and tons of outdoor living. I mean, that's
oh,
another
look
thing,
at that kitchen
bringing
island.
nature indoor and out.
What is that on the island? What type of stone?
I think that was a quartz stone
Okay.
that they brought in.
Wow.
They had a custom backsplash made for behind the range, which you
Let
can
me
see
see.
here.
Ooh.
And again, the arch theme is carried throughout in the range hood and the curve of the range itself going towards the ceiling, and then the two archways on either side, one going towards the pantry and the other going towards the butler's pantry and onto the formal dining room.
Mm.
Most of our lake homes don't have the all the formal spaces now. They live more casually, but this
Yeah.
this particular client did want the casual spaces and the formal spaces.
Oh my goodness.
So
Show
you
us
can
more. Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, so this one has a pass through to the formal dining room on the right side of the kitchen, and then on the left side of the kitchen is the lake room. And then this is just showing one of their refrigerators for a Sub-Zero design competition that we entered as well. And this is the office, and their office has a spectacular view. And this is the formal living room here.
Wow.
So the views just go on forever. They've got over a mile view. And then you've got the master bedroom
Ooh, I
and the
like
master
seeing that
bath.
too.
Very elegant.
Oh my goodness.
And I love all the light fixtures kind of bring in that nature feel too.
And tell me about those blinds. Are all the blinds now like on a remote control? Like how do you for shade cover? Because you want that open look for it, but you also need some privacy. So what's the best
Yeah.
bet? How do you
Yeah.
figure that part
Specifically
out?
here in the bath, you want that privacy. So yeah, these blinds are going to be motorized, all remote
Okay.
control throughout. And there's the shower. So it's a walk-through shower. So you've got a his entrance and a hers entrance.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own separate sides of the bedroom or of the bathroom. And then here's a guest bedroom, actually granddaughter's bedroom.
I want to live there.
Nice bath layout. And
Yeah.
well, this is the view from the office.
Whoa.
Not a bad view.
Not at all. And I see those shades there. Ooh,
Yeah.
with that window.
So this is a cool element. This is the end of a hallway, and
Mm-hmm.
behind that wall is an attic space. And what we
Okay.
decided to do was put a dormer in that attic where it would bring some natural light in, and
Okay.
through that window, then they created this tree of life leaded glass window, so that it would give you something to draw you into the end of the hall, and also create an eye-catching feature at the end of the hall, as well as bringing in the natural light. So even though it's a long hallway to a dead end, you feel like you're drawn to somewhere instead of, it being a dark, dead end space. And this leads to entrances. You can see double doors on each side, or
Mm-hmm.
entrances into that attic space where they've created a lot of storage spaces there. But this was a neat feature, and really was something important for them to be able to incorporate this tree of life in the home.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it's a great use of the attic space too.
Oh, wow.
And
Got a
they've
mirror?
incorporated an elevator.
Elevator? Oh, wow.
Yeah, we include elevators now in all of our homes. Everybody wants to be able to stay in their home, and have it be accessible long term. So we'll create a chase within the home so that there is space to put in an elevator, even if they don't put it in initially. They
Oh,
have the space and we create it with a knockout floor, so that if at some point down the road they decide they do need the elevator added, they can easily remove that floor and add the cab. It will be pre-wired and set up for that elevator. But in the meantime, if they don't need it, they have great storage closets
yeah. You,
on
how
all
many
floors.
stories is this house that we're looking at?
This one is a two-story house, but the elevator also goes to the third floor,
Oh, nice.
so they can access their attic for storage.
That is so super cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, and again,
goodness.
here we have some, a lot of the nature elements with the wood and the rattan,
Mm-hmm.
and even the patterns of the rug, and then the nature scene on the wall with that painting in the background. And then behind the bar, there's actually mirrors which are reflecting the lake views. So you can be facing the bar and all those TVs and still get your lake view, because the lake is behind you there and reflecting in those mirrors.
Wow.
So there's lots of ways to bring in the views and the natural light.
Beautiful.
And
Ooh,
then there's the view.
wow.
So all of the rooms in this house on the first floor and the second floor open out to a covered porch that spans the entire lake side of the house. And here we are.
Unbelievable. What type of flooring is that?
That's a travertine.
Love it.
So again, a natural stone. And then the columns are limestone. And then they
Does
have a
limestone bleed? What's
is,
the word?
is it is it what?
Does it bleed? Does it what's the stone? I mean, a lot of stones have that natural effervescence. What do you call it? But do you have to
Efflorescence.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does that have
Yeah.
to be cleaned over time? Does it get oh my
Um,
goodness.
I think in some applications it would. I don't think that they will on this, with it
Okay.
being covered with the roof of the porch, but they probably will have some of that out on the patio deck that you can see there around the pool.
Got it. Wow. Amazing.
And so there's outdoor entertaining spaces. This is where the summer kitchen is. There's a
Mm-hmm.
fireplace, a built-in grill, and there's a space with the sink and the refrigerator. And then
Ooh,
it's directly
let me
connected to
see.
the lake room and the in the kitchen.
Wow.
And in this home, we've aligned 3 fireplaces in the house to be exactly in alignment. This one on the porch, the one
Uh-huh.
in the lake room behind the grill, and then one in the formal living room. So they're all in the same alignment across the house, so that none of them are blocking any views of the lake except for one. Only this one here on the porch.
I say, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we maximize lake views everywhere. And here you can see the lake around it. So it's right in the prime view on this side of the porch.
Beautiful. Look at that
So they've
pool.
used the travertine all around
Mm-hmm.
the floors and the porch, the pool, and the foundation of the house as well. And I believe even in those planters were
Mm.
travertine. And here you go. You can see out this open patio beyond the pool and the infinity edge pool there behind the seating.
Wow.
And there's limestone up in the gables and on the dormers as well, and on the chimneys. So they blended the limestone with the brick in this home.
Wow.
So all of that, those natural
Ah,
features
look at that.
were incorporated.
Exquisite.
Yeah, it's
Are
gorgeous.
those bricks on the outside of the house, like a whitewashed brick?
It
What?
is. Mm-hmm.
And are they painted that color? Are they, how do they manufactured? Are the,
I think it's something that's incorporated into the brick as it's manufactured. Yeah, there's different techniques that you can use. One of our interior designers built a brick home and then used a coating, sort of like a stucco coating over her brick to give it that white look.
mm-hmm.
Some people are painting brick. This particular brick came with that coating already on it. And this is the dormer that we incorporated that you can see on the roof here that brings in
Yeah.
that light to that tree of life window in the hallway.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. I want to move. I want to live there.
Yeah. Lake Norman is a beautiful place.
Is there
Yeah,
any Airbnbs there? I gotta come
there
visit.
are a lot of Airbnbs. A lot of people there's actually several businesses here on the lake that's their main thing is creating spaces for people to come and enjoy Lake Norman.
Amazing.
People come
Like,
from all over the US. Um, and you can see here we've maximized our building envelope from side to side, and they've got a nice point lot here. So they've got great views. I would say it's well over a mile view. We've got metal on the arch top dormers,
mm-hmm.
and the rest is a high quality shingle. And we used a lot of limestone on the front of the house
Yeah.
and carried again that arch theme over the garage doors. And we've staggered the garage doors so it's not one big mass of doors, and incorporated landscaping between them, sort of break it up and make it, look much more appealing. And here you can see the limestone incorporated around the front entrance and the dining room window, and again up on the dormers and on the foundation of the home.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful setting.
Yeah, to say the least. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And then they've got a little storage garage here on the end for golf carts.
Nice.
And I don't know if you can see there's a little brass plaque in the driveway. And that little brass plaque says who designed it. So we
You're
have
kidding.
the builder's name, our company name, and the interior designer's name. The whole team is on this plaque, and the year that this home was finished as well.
Is that standard? I mean, I've never seen that. I mean, that's fancy. Like, that's
Yeah.
amazing promotion for you. Is that what people do in like Norman, or just because they love you so much, they want to credit you?
It's actually something that we as a team provide to the client.
Wow.
Yeah, when we
Yeah,
have really special homes that we design for our clients, it's nice to be able to have it recognized. And
sure
over
is.
time, you could put maybe a brick in the house that has it engraved in it, but these driveway plaques make a great statement, I think.
Oh my
Somebody
goodness.
driving by could see, then who designed that home, and so they can get out and see who it is without bothering the homeowner.
For sure. All right. Well, this is beautiful work. I like this visual. We get to see more like this. This is great.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, in our last 2 minutes together, what else do you want to share about you and the company and why we should be reaching out to you?
Well, we are working with people from all over the United States. Lots of people are moving here to Lake Norman, and we're designing projects all over the lake and all over the U.S. as well.
Wow.
So we're happy to help people that are designing new homes and remodeling existing homes, or even contemplating it. We'll provide consulting,
Right.
and would be happy to work with anyone that's wanting to create a home that's truly going to support them over time.
Well,
So a
pleasure
fully
having you
supportive home
here.
is what we're doing.
Well, thank you so much, if you don't mind. Wow, this is beautiful stuff. Just for the end of the show, I want to thank you for being here one more time. Jenny Pippin, Pippin Home Designs. And that house behind her, yeah, she did too, right?
Yes. Many of our projects are award winning, and as this one is behind me.
All
And
right,
this
thank
is
you
on
so
Lake Norman
much.
as well.
Pleasure having you here. I love this. I want to see more photos next week, okay?
Thank you. All
I'm
right,
glad
we'll
you're
do it.
feeling better. Thanks so much, Jenny. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.